So everybody who hears these words will be like a what? Alright, so like Coach said, something that you hear today, if you listen, you apply it, you'll be like a what? Right? Now, if you don't listen and you act like you don't know what you're hearing, alright, you'll be like a fool. A fool hears wisdom and doesn't apply it.
You are watching a master at work.
What did Rui do? Right? Knock the shot down. Now, when you think about do more than what the game requires, sometimes the game does not require you to shoot the ball. Does that make sense? Right? Sometimes the game requires you to surrender. Does that make sense? He had a record that he had for like 10 years, and he could have easily made the shot and kept the record going. But LeBron said, if we're going to win today, I got to do what? Got to pass the ball. I got to surrender. I can't shoot in this moment. I got to do what? Pass the ball. So he passes the rock, and because he passed it, they won the game. Does that make sense? LeBron James, at his highest level, his dedication is dedicated to winning. Does that make sense? So if winning looks like surrender, he's willing to do it. Does that make sense? So it's like, what are we willing to give up to make sure we keep winning? Does that make sense? Sometimes we don't want to show up on time. Are you willing to surrender not showing up on time to make sure we keep winning? Does that make sense? Are we willing to stop playing, stop laughing, and listen to coach? Why? So we can keep winning. Does that make sense? Like, it's like certain things you got to do. If you dedicated to winning, and some certain things you got to surrender so you can keep winning. Does that make sense? Certain things are only going to go so far. LeBron knows certain teams he can shoot against. Certain team, he got to pass. Certain team, he can't take them down low. Certain team, he can't play a lot of minutes. So he knows it requires surrender if the Lakers are going to keep winning. Does that make sense? So when you think about it, not every game requires you to shoot. Sometimes it requires you to surrender. Does that make sense? And you got to think to yourself, what is it going to take tonight to surrender? What is coach asking for me to surrender? Because we're talking about building on a solid foundation. This is the beginning of the season, and whatever you build right now is going to dictate how long you last at the end of the season. If you're building on discipline, you're building on dedication, and you got a desire to win this thing, then you guys can get as far as you want to go. But if you guys are building on sand, you're building on stuff that don't make sense, like your feelings, like your emotions, like your hype, like your social media, like your stats, if you build it on that stuff and playing the game because of that, you're not going to last.